How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Hicksydust, as always, here with another Madden franchise video. Now, we've gone through almost the whole postseason, and we are almost at the off season. Unfortunately, we did not make it to the big game, the Super Bowl. We lost in the divisional round to the Dallas Cowboys. It was a close game, one that I thought we had at the end, but if you watch the game, it's down to another drop pass by Evan Engram. A video game scenario or a real life scenario which is translated into the video game. But it is what it is. So we have the Saints and Colts playing in the Super Bowl. So we had the yearly awards. Jimmy Garoppolo was the MVP, and we were the coach of the year. So we did do something right. Then we can go, I'm not going to go through all the individual awards. Saquon Barkley won Best Running Back. Deebo Samuel was the Best Wide Receiver. We have our college points restored, so now we can see where we land in the draft. So we have the 28th overall pick. So our draft strategy is still going to be the same. We're still going to be in the back end of the draft, so we still want to be, bottom of the round you're drafting in or the beginning of the next round. So we're just going to go through, and we're just going to look for anybody who has that purple sign in front of their name. Okay. Okay. And as always, we go to our scouted players. We go to whoever has that green star. The green diamond. We just add them to our draft board. Okay. Now we start the off season. And it looks like the Colts were the Super Bowl champion. 37-35. Super Bowl MVP was quarterback Phillip Rivers. Nice. Very nice. We can see all the players who retired after the end of the season. Ryan Kalil, our center, retired. I had a feeling that was going to happen. So let's just go back. Let's just see who. Let's see, what did you Matt Schaub. Jason Peters retires from the Eagles. Sean Jackson retired. Mercedes Lewis. Cameron Wake. Jason Witten. Richie Incognito. Josh McGowan. So yeah, anyone who has been in the league for a long time is liable to retire. Sometimes players who you even re-signed will sometimes retire. So I was iffy. Oh, Pete Carroll retired, so that's another one for the coaching staff. Okay, that's the recap. So we have other players who are still waiting to renegotiate. Our cap is a little under from where I want it to be, so I might just go into free agency and see who we can re-sign or sign in free agency and take it from there. So we don't have a lot of cap, unfortunately. So let's see what our holes are now that we've let people go on our roster. Okay, so our offensive line is still okay. We still have our receivers. Okay. Yeah, so we pretty much have our best available option at quarterback. I hate to say it, otherwise we'll be paying. Yeah, we don't really have the money to sign anybody. Yeah, I'd be giving all the cap to Phillip Rivers just to try to sign him, so. Yeah, so we're just gonna plow our way forward. I'm just going to sim to the draft at this point. We can always see who we don't. If there's any holes we need, we can always start the free agency in the preseason. But we can see which players went where. Ronnie Stanley went to the Dolphins. Trent Williams to the Ravens. Alvin Kamara with the Redskins. That's going to be dangerous in our division. Marcus Williams, Kareem Hunt, Keanu Neal, Damon Harrison. Okay. Philip Lindsay. Okay, so he's with the Colts. I like to see good players sign away from our division. Ryan Kerrigan with the Jets. The Jets are really pushing for the defense. Greg Olsen signed with Washington. That's going to be trouble. Devin Funches. Washington made a big push in free agency. Bradley Roby. Gus Edwards. Wow. Washington's trying to be a contender. They were last place in the division this season. We were first place, but we ended up losing to the Cowboys, and the Cowboys ended up losing to the Saints. So, okay. We're going to start the draft.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
So the Vikings in this reality get Trevor Lawrence.
The Jaguars are now
Washington
on the clock.
took Penei Sewell.
The Lions are now
Justin
on the clock.
Fields would have went to the Lions.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
Micah Parsons went to the Chargers.
The Jets are now on the
Jamar Chase went to the Jets.
clock. The Cardinals
Patrick
are now on the
Surtain
clock.
to the Jets.
The Dolphins
Gregory
are now
Rousseau
on the clock.
to the Cardinals.
The Titans
Jalen
are
Waddle.
now on the clock. The Chiefs are now
Kyle
on the clock.
Pitts. Interesting.
The Broncos
Caleb
are now on
Farley.
the clock. The Jaguars are now
Sam
on the clock.
Cosme.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Okay. So we have a pretty good idea of how the first 10. So we're going to go to the next user pick, which would be us at 28.
The Giants are now on the clock.
So it's going to have our needs right there. Wow. Oh, man. Where do we go? I was complaining we needed a quarterback, and there's some good ones on the board still. I don't know, man. All right, let me go for my sure pick.
The Cowboys are now
Yeah,
on
I
the
figured
clock.
it said I was going to reach, but we get a good center who's going to start right away. That's probably going to be one of the best to help us out. Let's see who the Cowboys pick.
The Browns are now on the
They
clock.
picked the tight end. Okay. Advance the next user pick.
The Giants are now on the clock.
All right. Let's see who's available. Still got some some quarterbacks on here. Interesting.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Okay.
The Giants are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock.
Reached by a couple positions. We picked him at 89. He was projected 92. Big whoop.
The Giants are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Okay.
The Giants are now on the clock.
So most of our draft board is gone at this point. All of the left guards available are undrafted. People who are projected to go go undrafted.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
61. Oof. I should have expected that. But then again,
Giants are now
these
on
later
the clock.
rounds are where you make your like flyers, your depth picks, your practice squad picks. Is there anyone from my draft board left? Sure.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
And that's the end of the draft. Not bad. With the way our draft worked out. And this starts our season 2. Now we can see what players were left over in the draft. I mean, after the draft and after free agency, and see if there's anybody we could scoop up and add to our roster. Okay. Where were we? Where were we a little weak? Left tackle. Besides Saquon Barkley, we don't really have too much in the way of running backs. Probably sign one. Tight end. We never did get to re-sign Seth DeValve. Yeah, left tackle. There's no option better than what we have. Set the valve is still available. Look at that. Let's pick him up. All right. We're going to have to cut some players, but that's evident before the start of the season. But this is our roster for Season 2 of Madden. We got Zach Wilson at quarterback, Josh Rosen, Nate Solder, Will Hernandez. Well, I don't need to go through the whole roster. You guys see who's here. All right, guys. This has been an interesting off season. Hit that like and subscribe button if you guys liked what you saw here today. I know there wasn't a lot of action in today's video, but a lot of strategy, a lot of setup for this coming season. Stay tuned for more Hicksydust content, and I hope you guys have a great day.